this. Thank you. And we have the structure of a story. Structure of a story. Ready? We will take some notes and then you write the story for the last part of the writing exam. We need a title. It shouldn't be something spectacular, and you shouldn't spoil. You shouldn't give me too many details about the story, like how you solve the problem. We need a title and we have a beginning. In the beginning, you give me some details. For example, when the action happened, where I was in the kitchen, I was in the woods. Who was there with you? Why were you doing something like that? So here you introduce the character or the characters, if you need more. Characters, place of action. Okay. In the main paragraph, when you start telling what happened, you go to the problem of your story. We have the main paragraph. The character deals with the problem. The characters deal with the main action and look for a way to resolve the problem. Look for ways to resolve the problem. Or the plot, what happened. Ending. When the action is resolved or the problem is resolved, and the story concludes with an ending. And when we start the story, we can say, it all began. And again, I want you to choose only some formulas. It all began when, or when I first entered the room, or at the beginning, it was a hot summer day. Okay, this is when you start the story. Then you have to use time expressions like after that, not long afterwards, no long afterwards. What does it mean? No long afterwards, nu mult după aceea, or sometime later. Later that morning, because you refer to the action as happening in the past. The most interesting part is expressions to create suspense. What I was telling you. And we have out of the blue, and I want you to choose one, the favorite one. Out of the blue, all of a sudden, the story shouldn't be complicated. I think the problem might be you're supposed to go to the cinema or to the theater to meet with your friends.
I think the hardest part about writing a story is getting the words that are kind of difficult.
I couldn't understand, Mary, sorry. And you maybe lost your wallet. So this would be the suspense. Out of the blue, I don't know, I met my form teacher. Just at that moment, and choose one to create suspense. Just at that moment, unexpectedly, Bina, without warning, choose one. This is nice. Also, so out of the blue, she shouted, "Don't touch me." This is direct style. When somebody says something, but use it only once. Is it clear? So direct style makes me, the reader, to understand the situation. Direct style. And she said, "I'm coming with you." Don't use it more than once or twice. "I'm coming with you," she said. Or, "Don't do it," she screamed. Huh? "Don't do it," she screamed. How do we end the story? And I have some formulas too. Yeah, so then which one shall I use? You say, finally, in the end, when it was all over, after everything that happened, choose one. After everything that happened. That? So you have a lot of examples here on the board. Choose only one for each of them. That we go to beginning here. That how you start. Choose one. Then time expressions. Choose one. You need more than one in the story. For suspense, choose one. Okay? You use direct style, and for the end, also use one formula. And copy only that one you chose. Bina? Good. The most important thing you need to have in a story is time sequence. Let me explain what this means. And I will write it here. When you write a story, you are supposed to use only past tenses. And you have, for example, it was midnight. I want you to write this one. It was midnight. And I was trying to sleep. This is the secret. I was trying to sleep. Are you with me? because this is the biggest secret when you write a story and you need valuable structures. What tense is this one? It was midnight. Ce timp e? Gașcă, ce timp e? It was midnight.
In the past,
E un past. Dar ce past e ăsta?
past simple,
Corect. I was trying to sleep. I was trying. What tense is this? Gașcă?
like past past continue.
Bravo. Ăsta e un past continuous. I need past, da? Any type. Past simple, past continuous. Now, remember, in your story, you need to show some actions are older than the others. I need past here, but I need something older than the past. And that one is called
Past perfect.
Bine, older. So I need also past perfect. Past perfect, perfect. Past perfect is that one with. Can you give me the formula?
Yes, have past, have plus past participle.
Bine, past participle, had plus past participle. This is past perfect. Și atunci, you have difficulties in finding a past perfect. Sorry, Mary.
I have been.
Correct. Și, in our example here, it was midnight. I was trying to sleep. Am nevoie de un past perfect. Hai să-l găsim. And you can find the past perfect answering the question why. Because something had happened before this moment, before midnight. Și, let's try something that had happened before that moment at midnight. Și hai să, it was midnight. I was trying to sleep. Because, you tell me, cu past perfect. Because, ați înțeles ce vreau de la voi?
Yes.
Zi.
Mm.
Era miezul nopții, încercam să dorm.
Because I had
Formula română este cu mai mult ca perfectul. Avusesem, făcusem, îmi pierdusem.
because I had worked hard today and I needed some sleep.
Perfect. Bine, asta, perfect. Altceva, mai vreau. Because foarte bine. Pentru că muncisem din greu. That day. Because I had work. Mai vreau. More examples.
I had been.
Because I had been, ce?
I had been sleeping. I don't know.
Pentru că, nu știu, pentru că fusesem ocupat toată ziua, pentru că fusesem în excursie toată ziua.
I had been all the day on a trip.
Because I had been on a trip that day. Pentru că fusesem într-o excursie în acea zi. Pentru că, de ce încercam să dorm? Pentru că nu mai dormisem de 20 de ore. Because I
Haven't had.
Because I hadn't.
I hadn't had much to sleep.
Vezi că l-ai deja pe had.
I hadn't
Forma a treia lui sleep.
sleepen. No,
Lași că forma a treia lui sleep? Slept.
Sleep.
Slept. Sleep, slept, slept. Because I hadn't slept for 20 hours. Pentru că nu mai dormisem de 20 de ore. Ați înțeles șmecheria asta, Alex, ceva? Andrei?
Yes.
Hai, un exemplu. Continui acolo. It was midnight, I was trying to sleep because îmi trebuie past perfect-ul ăsta to impress the teachers and to have a higher score.
The neighbors kept me up.
Nu, dar leagă-te cu ceva cu vecinii, pentru că vecinii
Had.
avuseseră o petrecere.
Had a party.
Da, dar ai nevoie de had și mai ai nevoie de forma a treia. Had? Andrei, ai doar o
Had
parte
thrown.
Had thrown a party. Very good. Alex, vreau și eu. Sau had a party. Had a party. Pentru că
Because
așa. Încercam să dorm pentru că avusesem un examen în acea zi. Pentru că
because I had
I had asta cu
an
examenul?
exam
An exam that day. Eu sunt cu that day pentru că fac referire la ziua din poveste, nu la ziua de azi. Ați înțeles șmecheria cu past perfectul? Îmi trebuie toate pasturile pe care le știu. Bine. Și, of course, you need to describe things. This is what a story does. So you need adjectives, and you need adverbs to describe actions, to describe things. You can say a friendly neighborhood, a kind, tall person, kind, friendly, quiet, and so on. Here you say quickly, carefully.
Teacher,
Și hai să scriem. Zi.
we have 8 minutes left.
I know. Luckily, fortunately. Bine. Take a picture of the structure or something like that if you didn't write. Și, let's begin. I want you to use them. Bine? I want suspense. Again, any story should start with details about details like where, when. Then you create suspense. Something happens. I have a problem here. And then you solve it and you end the story. I have suspense. I have to use one of these. Out of the blue, something happened. Bine. Clear? Can I? Clear?
Yes.
Take a picture or something.
yes.
I will put it on the group. Let me show you the task. Bine. This is your task. Take the second page. And when you have to write a story, you have a given sentence. You start the story with that sentence. And the sentence is, this was one of the most important days of my life. 120 words, 120 words. Think of some ideas before you start writing. You can use a draft page at the exam. Poți să folosesc o ciornă to do that at the exam. And then you start writing. Questions? Okay. Copy the first sentence. You should have 3 paragraphs, beginning, main body, and end.